Stop wasting your time grinding in play-to-earn games and wondering why you're not making any real money. In this video I'm going to show you exactly why you're not earning and how these games actually work behind the scenes. Trust me, this will save you a lot of time, frustration and probably some cash. I'm Server and let's get started. A lot of people still believe that if they just play long enough, the game will reward them with real money, but that's not how play-to-earn works. No one is out there handing you free money just because you showed up and clicked some buttons. In this video I will break down how the play-to-earn model really works, the biggest mistakes you're probably making, and how to approach these games smartly if you actually want to profit. First, let's get one thing straight. Playing alone doesn't make you money. Play-to-earn is not some magical printer. You're not earning because you're not contributing anything valuable to the game's ecosystem. These games are like little economies, and in any economy you don't get paid for just existing, you get paid for doing something useful. Good play-to-earn games have an economy where players need to harvest, build, trade or provide value. Usually that means you need to spend something upfront, like buying a team, NFTs or a VIP pass. And if the game is well designed, it gives you a lot of ways to spend and reinvest, which keeps the economy alive. But here is where the most people go wrong. If you're in a game where you didn't invest anything and they are promising $5 to $10 a day just for showing up, there is a huge red flag. These games are not sustainable and will probably crash or wreck soon. The smart move in those cases is to take your profits fast if you are lucky enough to get any. In legit games with good economies, ROI, return on investments, often takes 4 months, 6 months or even a year. Why? Because a real value needs time to grow. The game needs new players, demand for NFTs and reasons for people to keep their money in the system instead of cashing out immediately. If everyone is just selling their tokens as soon as they get them, the token price dumps, NFT price crash and the whole system collapses. That's why in a good games, people are encouraged to reinvest, upgrading their assets, leveling up or unlocking better rewards. And yeah, hard true. For you to win, someone else needs to lose. That could be another player who is buying NFTs from you, or it could be a big investor who bought a bunch of games tokens. There is no magic money coming from the sky. Your earnings always come from somewhere. In my Discord channel and on my Twitter, I share my moves and investments in each game, so if you want to be in early stage and boost your profits, the link will be in the description. One more reason why a lot of people fail in play-to-earn is simply because they expect the wrong things from the game. Not because they are looking to get rich, but because they don't really understand what kind of effort or strategy is needed to actually earn. Many players believe that if they just spend more time playing, the money will come. But in most play-to-earn models, it doesn't matter how many hours you play if you're not doing the right activities. Time alone is not value. The game pays you for what you produce, not for the time you spend. Another wrong expectation is treating these games like they are some kind of stable side job, expecting a fixed daily profit. But play-to-earn is not a salary. Your earnings will always depend on the game's current market and player activity. Some days will be good, some days will be bad. It's never guaranteed. Most people think they can just click a few buttons every day and withdraw profits, but usually to keep earning you need to upgrade your NFTs, improve your team or reinvest at the right moment. If you just farm and withdraw, your account will probably stay weak and your earnings potential drop fast. Now let's talk about something that ruins a lot of players in play-to-earn games: bad timing. You can fully understand the game, have the right strategy, even invest money, but if your timing is bad, you're probably going to lose anyway. One of the most common mistakes is entering the game too late. If the game is already past its growth phase, if most players are just selling their tokens and there are no new players coming in, it doesn't matter how good your plan is, you're just catching their leftovers. Simple example: if the NFT that used to cost $100 are now $20 and daily rewards are half of what they were a month ago, that's a clear sign that the timing is bad. Another bad timing mistake is buying when everyone is hyping the game, when the prices of NFTs and tokens are at the highest point. This is when a lot of beginners jump in, but it's also when the early players are already selling. By the time you enter, the ROI is already much lower than what the early players got, and the market can start dumping at any moment. Bad timing isn't just about when you enter, it's also about when you sell. Some people panic sell at the first small dip, losing money because they didn't wait. Others get too greedy, hold too long, and then watch the price crash. Remember Axie Infinity? In summer 2021, a basic team cost over $1,000 and people in the Philippines were quitting real jobs to scholar full-time. IXS sprinted from under $1 in January 2021 to an all-time high of $160 that November. November. This is insane. The economic flywheel was simple but powerful. New players bought 3 Axie NFTs to start playing, new demand pushed NFT prices higher, breeding fees were paid in SLP, and breeders burned SLP to mint or create fresh Axies. As long as growth outran inflation, token price climbed. Then reality came. By January 2022, the daily minting of SLP quadrupled the amount being burned, flooding the market with tokens that had no purpose except to be sold. When daily earnings per players fell, the players started quitting the game and selling Axies. The rise proved that people are willing to quit jobs and play games, and the fall showed that without a solid economy, token utility and purpose, play-to-earn games cannot handle the big amount of new players. They are just not ready for it. Another big reason why people fail in play-to-earn is they have no strategy at all. They just jump into a game, buy something random, start playing and hope that money will somehow appear. But hope is not a plan, and in this game, if you don't have a plan, the game will take your money fast. A lot of players don't even read the white paper. They don't know the tokenomics, they don't check how rewards are calculated or which NFTs actually have the best ROI. They just buy the cheapest NFT or copy what someone else is doing. Having no strategy also means you don't know what you're trying to do. Are you here to flip NFTs quickly? Are you trying to build a strong account and to invest for long-term earnings? Are you planning to upgrade your assets or just farm and sell? If you don't know the answer, you're basically just guessing, and guessing rarely works in these games. Even if you have a plan at the start, you can't just stick to one strategy forever. The market changes, the game updates, token prices go up and down, new features appear, and if you don't adapt your strategy, you are going to fall behind. Before investing in Sunflowerland game, I spent about 2 full days learning the game and making calculations where should I invest to not lose my money and get the maximum amount of profit. And even after 2 months, I still do those calculations time to time because, as I told, market changes and you need to adapt your strategy. Another mistake that kills a lot of players in play to earn is putting all their money into one single game, one NFT or one token. No diversifying at all. And yes, I know why it happens. You find a project that looks good, it's paying decent rewards, so you decide to go all in, hoping this one game will carry you. But in play to earn, that's a fast way to lose your money. It doesn't matter how strong the economy looks right now or how good the white paper sounds, every project has risks. The team can mess the updates, the token can dump, new players can stop coming in. But diversifying doesn't mean you should go buy 5 random NFTs in 5 random games either. It means choosing carefully which projects actually have a working economy, which ones are early enough to have potential but stable enough to not crash tomorrow, how much risk are you taking in each one. Put small amounts into high risk plays, maybe a bit more into the safer projects, always balance. On my channel I don't have a lot of games like other YouTubers, I play and invest on those that I made my research and I like them. I have about 3-4 games in total and I skip all those MMO games that require like 5 hours daily grinding. I just know that's not for me. Even if I need to create content and do more videos, I don't play the game only for content. Let's be honest, even if you avoid all the mistakes I have already talked about, you still won't earn much if you're not able to seize opportunities when they show up, and most people miss them completely. A lot of players only focus on the obvious things like the top NFT in the marketplace or the main token everyone is farming, but real opportunities are often not where everyone's looking. Sometimes the best profits come from side features in the game, maybe crafting items, breeding, renting out NFTs, staking or flipping updates that other people ignore. Another way people miss out is by not paying attention to game updates. When the devs announce new mechanics, new burning system or new features, that's usually when opportunities show up. If you only understand the basic gameplay but not the deeper mechanics, you will miss opportunities that smarter players will catch. For example, which NFTs have the best cost to reward ratio? Which resources are needed for upgrades right now but nobody's farming them yet? Where is the demand about to increase because of an event or tournament? You need to find answers to those questions to find good earning opportunities. Now, here is the last reason why most people don't earn in play to earn, and honestly, it might be the most important one. You're playing the wrong games. It doesn't matter how much time you spend or how good your strategy is, if the game economy is trash, you will lose. Some games are just designed to pump the token price, make early players rich and then collapse when the hype is gone. You need to be able to recognize which games are here to stay and which ones are just short-term Ponzi schemes with nice graphics. Let me show you some signs you are in the wrong game. Rewards are way too high, especially for free players, no real use for the token except selling it, no burn mechanism or token sinks, only one way to earn, like just farming one token. The game team never communicates or doesn't share real development plans. If you see these signs, that's not a real economy, that's a time bomb and rug game. And there are more signs, you just need to be in touch and pay attention. I remember in 2021 I entered one game, bought some NFTs for $1,000, and 2 days after the game scammed. Tokens went down and developers probably sold all their tokens. It was a long time ago when games didn't have the economy, but now it has changed and it's easier to see if the game has potential or it's just a scam. I hope during this video you recognized yourself in some play-to-earn games and found some mistakes that you probably made, and now you can correct them and do the right moves. Remember that not everyone will earn in play-to-earn. You need to be smarter and faster. If you like this video, don't forget to join our Discord and follow the Cryptosis team. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.